Backdoor finding McCraven, pass a little high for him. McCraven had a reset, puts it up off the glass, good.
Down to Hallie Crockett, her second baseball pass up the floor to Abby Richmond. Right-handed layup for two.
Still backing and backing, gets stalled again, and picks up 2 points. So 2-point takedown.
The puck tries to reverse along the boards, taken away by Parker. Found it out of goal! Parker tees up Brody Schultz!
Right-handed dribble, goes to Reichel, deep three-pointer on the way! That's good!
Up the floor, Severson over to Bevins, all alone, steps up, shoots the three, and it's good!
Ulstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Evening here on KKIN AM 930 FM translator 103.1 The Gobbler, and for those also tuning in on rjbroadcasting.com as well as yourliveevent.com, as we have Mid-State Conference girls high school basketball action on the airwaves tonight, as the number 8 ranked in Class 2A Pequot Lakes Patriots make the journey over to Aitkin High School tonight. My name is Paul Vold, joined alongside with Jeremy Jansen this evening as the Gobblers and Patriots meet up for the first time this season, and it will be the Pequot Lakes Patriots riding off a 65-21 victory last night over the over Pine River Bacchus. That was now at 12-1 on the season, ranked number 8 in the Class 2A poll as well, as it was a dominant first half, at least in both respects for both teams, but it was Pequot Lakes coming out with a advantage of 35-9 at the half against Pine River Bacchus, but then just holding them to just 21 points in total. Pequot Lakes comes out with the win. While on the other side last night, both teams coming off now the second game of a back-to-back here to close out the week. Gobblers fell 57-14 against Detroit Lakes last night. It was early even on, as it was 5-5 at one point, then a 26-0 run for the Lakers pushed them up to a 36-7 lead at the halftime break. And in the second half, it was just, again, an unfortunate contest for the Gobblers that they were just unable to recover from. But Jeremy, I don't know, were you able to make it over to Detroit Lakes last night for that contest?
I did. I was in the in attendance in that new gymnasium. Very nicely done in Detroit Lakes. But to your point, Gobblers banged up.
Yeah.
Without Emma Sky last night, without Tegan last night, and so it's tough. You had 5 normal varsity players, and then some of the girls that play split between JV and varsity. There was 3 of them on the bench, and so they played only one half at JV, so they could be on the bench for the girls in the varsity game, and so. A shallow bench, and a nice team, but
right.
with a full squad, that score would be much different. Not to say the Gobblers come on with a victory, but
right.
It's a much more competitive game.
Tegan Piesick will be out of the lineup again for the Gobblers, as well as injuries starting to mount up. Few nicks and bruises along the way for both teams. Seeing Emma Sky in the lineup tonight, at least to dressing here in warm-ups as well. We'll get those starting lineups coming up here a little bit later on. But here on the pregame show, we got plenty to get to. Of course, a couple of conversations. Coach Kaya Davies will be joining us here in just a little while, but we'll get in a break here on the pregame show. We're going to have a conversation with Coach Brian Lempela for Pequot Lakes. Coming off that win last night, 12-1 on the season, get his thoughts on the season and a few things looking ahead on the schedule as well. The Aitkin Gobblers take on the Pequot Lakes Patriots tonight. Girls high school basketball right here on KKIN AM The Gobbler, as well as yourliveevent.com.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
It's been more than just a family tradition since 1938. Purchasing a new Ford car, truck, or pre-owned vehicle from Aitkin Motors. Family owned and operated. Aitkin Motors offers you a stress-free car shopping experience. Need an oil change? New tires? Check out the low-price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors has a full service department with factory-trained Ford technicians. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Dustin Richters.
Favorite teacher is Mr. Miller.
Mr. Googe is my favorite teacher.
Definitely Miss Grader.
Definitely Miss Grader in class biology.
Mr. May.
Right now is psychology.
Mr. Smith's my favorite teacher.
Mr. May's science class.
Any art class.
Mr. May in my ornithology class.
We always practice good sportsmanship and respect. Go Gobblers. Go All-Stars.
1974.
Welcome back to the pregame show tonight here on KKIN AM The Gobbler, as well as at yourliveevent.com, as we speak now with head coach for the Pequot Lakes Patriots. Coach Brian Lempela joins us here on the pregame show. Coach, thanks so much for taking time to speak with us tonight.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Coach, your team's coming off, well, now tonight being the second game of a back-to-back, but last night picked up a win in a rescheduled contest against Pine River Bacchus. You win 65-21. You held them to 9 points in the first half as well. In that contest, obviously your team's been playing really well this season. From that game specifically, what worked out well for your team?
Yeah, I think it's probably our most complete game that we've played offensively and defensively. I think the girls just were really amped up for that game, excited to play, and we're just really brought it on the defensive side of the basketball and really caused some havoc, got up in passing lanes, and we got, transition game going, and we rebounded really, really well. So we're hoping to carry that over again tonight.
Coach, you're saying being one of the more complete performances for your team this season. Obviously, your team's 12-1, and I'm sure there have been a couple of points where maybe a few things have kind of slipped by a little bit. But even with winning your first 12 of the first 13 games of the season, there have been things that maybe have slipped by here and there. What have you seen from this team to kind of address some of those concerns game by game?
I think always going to the film and watching the film really is always a helpful tool, and the girls have big aspirations. So if there's things that are not necessarily going exactly the way we want them to go, we address them, and the girls are really good about working hard and fixing those things. And turnovers is one of them, and just being more consistent offensively, not having dry stretches, and then just they've rebounded really, really well out all year. So just continuing to do what you're doing well as well.
Coach, talking about the fact that your team's been rebounding really well this season, was something maybe coming into the season you're looking to maybe improve upon or maybe take another step forward?
Yeah, absolutely. I think going back to the tape and looking late in the year last year, the girls were playing really, really well on the offensive side of the basketball, and our loss at the state tournament against Fergus Falls, rebounding was a big issue. So just continuing to be the more aggressive team on both sides of the court on the boards is really important.
Coach, with this matchup tonight as well, Aitkin's had they played last night as well. They're a team that's trying to find a little bit of an identity too, but obviously with this matchup being firmly on your guys' side the last few years, and with some of the scores maybe not indicative to how both teams kind of play within the game itself, what do you see here from this matchup against Aitkin?
Yeah, no, we got to be, we got to play our brand of basketball, and we got to get into our rhythm and not get into anyone else's, type of game. So we just got to keep our head on straight and continue to do the things that we want to do well, and I think it'll be a good one.
Coach, as always, thanks again for the time.
All right, thank you.
Coach Brian Lempela for the Pequot Lakes Patriots joining us here on the pregame show. The Pequot Lakes Patriots 12-1 on the season, also boasting a perfect 7-0 record in Section 7-2A, and they've got another chance to improve upon that record here this evening, while Aitkin now 2-4 in the section coming into tonight's contest. Pequot Lakes has won in total the last 8, make that last 7 matchups against Pequot Lakes, against Aitkin, I should say. Aitkin's last win against the Patriots have to go back to the 2018-19 season. Get another break here on the pregame show. We'll have our conversation with Coach for the Aitkin Gobblers. That would be Kaya Davies coming up here as the Gobblers take on the Patriots girls high school basketball on KKIN AM The Gobbler and also yourliveevent.com.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
Here in beautiful central Minnesota, we get to enjoy nature every day. At Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative, we understand because we live, work, and play here too. However, just because you're not in the big city doesn't mean you can't have access to great internet service. Let MLEC Fiber give you the fast and reliable internet you deserve. Check to see if MLEC Fiber is available where you live. Visit us online or call our office at 218-429-0433.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
831-1907.
Welcome back to the pregame show tonight here on KKIN AM The Gobbler and also YourLiveEvent.com as we now catch up with head coach for Aitkin Gobblers. Kaya Davies joins us here on the pregame show. Coach, thanks again for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Coach, coming off a game last night, your team unfortunately fell on the road against Detroit Lakes. It was a tough go of it early on, played back and forth. But one big run there from Detroit Lakes kind of pulled away. And, well, the Gobblers had to play catch up in that loss last night. Looking back at that game, some big detractors from that loss for your team.
Some big things that tore us down the rest of the game. We just didn't show up and play our game. We were down two of our starters, and that it just kind of affected us differently, and we didn't know how to respond. I wish that I did a couple of things different, but other than that, we can only do so much with what we have. Low numbers, tough game, tough team. These are teams that came from state winning, possible state entry again this year, so winning conferences. So we are back in our regrowth and just taking each game as we can. So.
Coach talked about being down on a couple of numbers, couple starters as well. This time of year, kind of looking, and hopefully the team stays healthy. How has been the team? I mean, there have been a couple of nicks and bruises along the way, but how's the health of the team so far?
Oh, we're struggling a little bit. We have a couple of ankles, potential neck, shoulders, whatever else you can think of. We might have it. We have a concussion right now. It's just been a little dampering of our numbers here. So our practices look a little different each day. We don't really know who's coming to practice and who's going to sit out that night, and our games look a little different each night, and our players look different, and what we're going to use each night. So, yeah, that's not the nicest part of the season, and especially this end coming to the end here. We have about, 5 weeks? So it's coming to the end, and it's coming by fast, that's for sure.
Coach, talking about the fact that, you got to mix and match a little bit with practices, also lineups too, so maybe playing a couple players out of position. Have you gotten to that point with your team quite yet?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We've had to fumble around players. Some girls, they don't know what they're playing until I get here, and maybe that means half of the JV doesn't know what's happening, or the varsity, or who's going to play and who's not. And yeah, I'd love to use them all, but that's just not how good basketball works. So we're just working with what we have right now.
Coach, talking about obviously opponents being teams that are going to state, win conferences as well. You've got one of them again here tonight with Pequot Lakes. They're a matchup that, you try to shut down maybe one or two players. Well, they've got another 2 or 3 players that can step up in certain situations as well. But what are you looking at here with this matchup to, hopefully get off to a good start and, hopefully jump out early and ahead?
We're just going to come out and play some Aitkin basketball. I'm hoping that when I say that, it doesn't respond to what happened last night, but come out and do the little things right and hopefully put up some more shots. We only shot about 23 shots, and that's not going to win us a game. So we got to get open more and get some shots up instead of playing timid and afraid of being blocked and whatever else. Also, I've never understood this in all of Aitkin's years, but every time we walk into a gym, these girls are towering over us, even when I played. So maybe it's in the genetics of the area, but maybe somebody could bring some genetics to us. But other than that, we got to just come out and play our game, that's for sure.
Coach, as always, best of luck tonight. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you after.
Thank you.
Coach Kaya Davies for your Aitkin Gobblers joins us on the pregame show as the Gobblers take on Pequot Lakes tonight. Gobblers do have the benefit of being the home team with a 4-2 record here from Aitkin High School, but in the midst right now of trying to snap a recent streak of losses, and especially coming off last night's loss against Detroit Lakes by the score of 57-14. Get another break here on the pregame show. Gobblers taking on Pequot Lakes tonight. We've got a busy schedule tonight on the airwaves. More coming up before the opening tip-off here on the pregame show as the Aitkin Gobblers take on the Pequot Lakes Patriots here on YourLiveEvent.com and KKIN AM The Gobbler.
It's been more than just a family tradition since 1938. Purchasing a new Ford car, truck, or pre-owned vehicle from Aitkin Motors. Family owned and operated. Aitkin Motors offers you a stress-free car shopping experience. Need an oil change? New tires? Check out the low-price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors has a full service department with factory-trained Ford technicians. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Dustin Richters.
Favorite teacher is Mr. Miller.
Mr. Googe is my favorite teacher.
Definitely Miss Grader.
Definitely Miss Grader in class biology.
Mr. May.
Right now it's psychology. Mr. Smith's my favorite teacher.
Mr. May's science class.
Any art class.
Mr. May in my ornithology class.
We always practice good sportsmanship and respect.
Go Gobblers.
Go All-Stars.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
Welcome back tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com and KKIN AM 930 FM Translator 103.1. Inching our way closer towards the First Western Bank and Trust opening tip as we are back here on the pregame show as Aitkin Gobblers taking on the Pequot Lakes Patriots girls high school basketball. Patriots ranks number 8 in the Class 2A standings. But looking at our broadcast schedule tonight, we got a doubleheader on Talk 100 KLKS and YourLiveEvent.com with Pine River Bacchus girls taking on Lake of the Woods tonight. Halftime score on that one from earlier, now into the second half of that first game of the doubleheader. That halftime score was at 31-22, Pine River Bacchus on top of Lake of the Woods at the halftime break. And then the second game of that doubleheader will be Nevis at Pine River Bacchus tonight. Then over on Cash 95.9, 3WI FM, Pillager is at number 5 ranked Henning in boys basketball here tonight. Paul Volt joined alongside Jeremy Jansen here tonight. And Jeremy, Pequot Lakes won the last 7 times against Aitkin as well. They haven't been, unfortunately, close victories for the Pequot Lakes Patriots. They're a team that has played a lot of basketball together, a lot of the same girls we've seen over the last 3-4 years playing together. And Aitkin is coming into tonight's matchup with I don't want to say a patchwork roster, but they have going through some injuries, and you know what? They're making do with what they have right now.
That is correct, Paul. You know, this Pequot team went to the state tournament with a bunch of sophomores and juniors last year, and returned them all. A nice group of players that have played a lot of basketball together. To your point, and the Gobblers a little banged up. I think keys for the Gobblers are not to get into a shootout and run up and down the floor. Just slow the pace. Try to keep that Pequot offense in check by slowing the pace down. Don't allow a lot of transition points, and hopefully get into a half-court set and run an offense and see what happens from there. But try to keep it close with a slowed down pace.
We'll get the opening tip here, the First Western Bank opening tip, as we take another Ganley's Restaurant time out here, as we will also get you that Valerie Ann's Family Food starting lineup here after this break here on the Gobbler, and also on on KKIN AM The Gobbler, and also at rjbroadcasting.com.
Here in beautiful central Minnesota, we get to enjoy nature every day. At Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative, we understand because we live, work, and play here too. However, just because you're not in the big city doesn't mean you can't have access to great internet service. Let MLEC Fiber give you the fast and reliable internet you deserve. Check to see if MLEC Fiber is available where you live. Visit us online or call our office at 218-429-0433.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's Jerrid.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide, where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
I'm dreaming of a world where everyone has the opportunity for education, where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
Here in beautiful central Minnesota, we get to enjoy nature every day. At Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative, we understand because we live, work, and play here too. However, just because you're not in the big city doesn't mean you can't have access to great internet service. Let MLEC Fiber give you the fast and reliable internet you deserve. Check to see if MLEC Fiber is available where you live. Visit us online or call our office at 218-429-0433.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
Mr. May's ornithology class.
My last 6 years on the Aitkin All-Stars.
Going to Rumble on the Red wrestling tournament.
Was going to the state tournament last year for wrestling.
Making one of those last-minute shots against Crosby.
Going to state my 10th grade year for wrestling.
The Virginia tournament during basketball.
My chemistry class last year.
I would say the Virginia tournament.
Going to state my freshman year for dance.
Being able to participate in multiple sports teams.
We always practice good sportsmanship and respect. Go Gobblers. Go All-Stars.
Welcome back tonight here on KKIN AM 930 FM 103.1 for those also tuning in with the audio stream at rjbroadcasting.com as well with the video at yourliveevent.com. Paul Vold, Jeremy Jansen tonight as we get ready with our Valerie Ann's Family Foods starting lineups tonight. Starting first with the visiting team on the scoreboard, the number 8 ranked Pequot Lakes Patriots. Their lineup will be like this. Number 3 is a 5'8" sophomore guard, Isabel Larson. Well, number 5 is a 5'7" sophomore guard in Kelsey Martini. Number 11 is a 5'10" senior guard in Macy Martini. Number 22 is a 5'9" junior forward in Lauren Schultz. Number 24 is a 5'10" junior forward in Ella Cradaville. Head coach for the Pequot Lakes Patriots, Brian Lempla, assisted by Brett Sargent, Scott Evnant, Haley Plumer, Mackenzie Nelson for the Patriots. Now for your Aitkin Gobblers tonight, their lineup will be adjusted and go like this. For the Aitkin Gobblers, number 15 is a 5'5" junior in Emma Jacobson. Number 21, a 5'5" senior in Eiley Cullum, while number 22 is a 5'8" sophomore in Britta Westman. Number 24 is a 5'7" senior in Ella Jansen, and also number 33 is a 5'9" junior in Camille Paranto. Head coach for your Aitkin Gobblers is Kaya Davies in her first season, assisted by Shariah Peterson. Of course, at our Valerie Ann's Family Foods starting lineups, place your order at Valerie Ann's Family Foods in Ospey, featuring breakfast, lunch, and their famous single-serving dinners. Pick one up fresh for the night or stock up with frozen entrees for the week. Valerie Ann's Family Foods in Ospey between Cross Lake and Merrifield on County Road 3. Gobblers will go with the home reds tonight. Aitkin in black with the white trim across the chest. Numbers in black with white as well. Patriots with the road white uniforms. Patriots in blue with red trim, the numbers and the letters this evening. As we get ready with our First Western Bank and Trust opening tip. With First Western Bank and Trust, we're not just here for you, we are you. With locations in Baxter, Nisswa, and Cross Lake, you can bank on us. Gobblers will be working left to right on your radio dials on KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1, and on your computer screens and mobile devices at yourliveevent.com and rjbroadcasting.com here this evening. So it looks like we will get the likes of Bretta Westman to go up against Ella Credeville to take the opening tip, the First Western Bank and Trust opening tip here this evening. Opening tip, one and controlled by the Patriots. Right off the opening tip, two, and it will be laid up after the initial shot missed. Gobblers will get the rebound as Isabel Larson had two chances to snuff one in, but the Gobblers get the board and will go to Ella Jansen across the timeline. Gobblers work it back to the top of the circle with Eiley Cullum controlling the offense now, looking left side for a pass. Nobody there, goes back to the right with Ella Jansen, who will switch with Eiley between midcourt and the top of the circle. Right side to Eiley once again, 17:33 on the Turner Towing scoreboard. Inside to Camille Peranto as it's knocked out of her hand. It will stay with the Aitkin Gobblers. Gobblers a little forced change in the lineup tonight without the services of Tegan Piesick as the inbound coming to the right of the basket, into the right corner. Three on the way, out of the corner, no good. Long rebound picked up by Lauren Schultz. Outletted quickly, lays up and in. Too strong with the putback rebound. It's in for two for Kelsey Martini, a 2-0 lead for the Pequot Lakes Patriots as the initial shot from Ella Credeville did not go in. Bretta Westman at the top of the circle. Free throw line, loses the handle, regains it to avoid the travel. Back up top to Ella Jansen. Right elbow, runner, short of the mark. Ball into the hands now of Macy Martini. She'll stretch the floor out to Kelsey Martini. Cross court heave into the right corner. Three on the way is no good. Rebounded down, up and in. Going to be called for a foul. Lauren Schultz will head her way to the free throw line. So out of that right corner was Isabel Larson with the three attempt. Getting the rebound was Lauren Schultz. First foul of the night will go to the Gobblers and Eiley Cullum with her first this evening. First free throws up and in. A 3-0 start for the Patriots with 16:48 to play in the first half. Patriots 12-1 on the season. Second free throw is good, netting the pair at the charity stripe. 4-0 start. Jansen, Aaron pass in the ankles of Cullum. It's turned over, back over to Kelsey Martini. Another cross-court heave. This one will go back to Schultz in the left corner. It's almost stolen away. Camille with active hands out of the right corner. It's going to go back to Aitkin, they're going to say. Gobblers force the turnover.
Coach Lempola said in his pregame, you know, we've done a nice job of rebounding out early here. 5-1 rebounds to Pequot over the Gobblers.
It's been one thing here with the Patriots, especially creating multiple offensive chances, and as they get the steal out of the pass on the left wing, as Lauren Schultz will stretch it out, she throws a turnover back the other way to Ella Jansen. Jansen will stretch the floor now from the right wing. Back to the right corner now, looking to drive. Loose ball handling for Peranto. Turnover back the other way as the Patriots look to slow up across half court with Kelsey Martini. She'll drive from the free throw line, and they are going to call a block foul against. Looks like Jansen will be called for the infraction. That will be her first, team's second. 16:05 to play on that Turner Towing scoreboard. Thanks again to Turner Towing for sponsoring the scoreboard. Inbound right up and in, and basket will count. Basket will go for Lauren Schultz, and one opportunity for her. 6-0 start. Foul called against, I believe it'll be Bretta Westman. Westman will be called. Gobblers 3 fouls compared to Pequot Lakes 0, and one free throw is good. 7-0 run to open up the ball game tonight. Emma Jacobson tries to get across midcourt, runs into a couple of bodies, turnover, layup and in, and easy for Isabel Larson, a 9-0 start, and a quick timeout taken by Coach Kaya Davies of the Aitkin Gobblers. Just a quick 30-second timeout, I believe, here, as that reminds us that timeout brought to you by Ganley's Restaurant in Nisswa. Could take a timeout with friends or family for a great meal at Ganley's Restaurant. On our Turner Towing scoreboard, if you need a tow, hook up with Turner Towing. Around-the-clock towing and emergency service if you're stuck, broken down, or have an accident. Turner Towing of Nisswa and Pine River, serving all the Brainerd Lakes area. Search TurnerTowingLLC.com. It's a 9-0 run to open up the game for the Pequot Lakes Patriots here on KKIN AM The Gobbler and also on YourLiveEvent.com. 15:55 to play. Gobblers trying to get past the half-court line, and unfortunately, a couple of those most recent possessions have resulted in turnovers. Now Patriots bringing up the press here out of the inbound along the baseline. Toronto gets it to Cullum. Cullum being pressured at the free throw line, and finally a foul called against Pequot Lakes. 4 straight fouls open up the game for, 3 straight fouls it was. There was 4 on there for a second, and then foul called against the Patriots goes against Isabel Larson, their first. Inbound to Bretta Westman. Now we'll get it to Emma Jacobson. Tries to get across midcourt. She'll throw it in an area where there's nobody in red. Stretch pass to Larson once again. Met, initially missed, gets the rebound, misses a second time, tries to get another rebound. Gobbler has multiple chances to take that rebound away from Larson as she misses a couple of easy bunnies. 9-0 to start. Patriots will inbound to left of the basket. Schultz right into Martini for a 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Fight for a rebound, and Larson gets it to Macy Martini. Drives and throws a pass inside to Camille Peranto. Well, she's wearing the different uniform for the Gobblers. Right side now on the pass across half court to Eiley Cullum. Gets a right side screen to Jansen. Firing up a 3 from the right corner, no good. Rebound is loose. It's going to be Cullum who might have been pushed upon, but gets the loose ball as she throws it, and it'll be over and back, unfortunately, as she was hitting the ground. Cullum.
Coach Davies wanted a little push there, a little assistance to get across the midcourt line, but
trap it. Yeah,
they did a nice job of trapping.
15:05 to go, 9-0 to start here on that Turner Towing scoreboard. Patriots with a handle of the basketball, going to fire up a 3, is short of the mark for number 23, Reese Leposki. Rebounded down into the hands of Emma Jacobson. Stretches it out to Ella Jansen on the right corner. Back up to Jacobson on the right wing. Looks for a pass. Picks up the dribble to the left now. At the top of the circle, just off right side now for Eiley Cullum. Goes back to the top of the circle now. Almost gets the pass inside. Jan's going to fire up a hustle 3. No good. Rebounded down to Britta Westman. Looking for some help on an outlet pass. It's ripped out of her hands, and it's taken away by Macy Martini. Martini across half court. Straight on, left side. Trying to find Leposki in between no man's land. Looking for Leposki and Kelsey Martini on the left side. And a turnover by the Patriots.
4th turnover for the Patriots, 6 so far for the Gobblers.
A little uncharacteristic for both teams, at least to start off, as Aaron passes. Maybe just a little bit of extra excitement as Jansen throws up a scoop shot. Up and in and good for Ella Jansen. Beautiful play to get the first points tonight for the Gobblers. Ella Jansen. Right side, Macy Martini dribbles along the baseline. She stepped out of bounds with the basketball. Thought she did, but maybe she thought she swung the foot out of bounds without it touching the floor as she was trying to dribble along the baseline. 14:01 to play, 9-2 to open up the game tonight. Those are tuning in on the airwaves, KKIN radio, and also on the video with YourLiveEvent.com. 9-2, Pequot Lakes up on top. Shot, or maybe looking for a pass along the near side, and a foul called on the floor against the Gobblers. Looks like Eiley Cullum will be called for the whistle. It'll be her second, team's 4th. Checking in tonight for Eiley Cullum will be Bayla May, getting the call up from the JV. Bayla May wearing number 10 for the Gobblers tonight without Tegan Piesick, so Bayla will assume that role as a corner 3-pointer from Macy Martini is good. Makes it a 12-2 start as the first three-pointer of the night belonging to Macy Martini for the Patriots. Jansen's going to fire a three of her own. No good. Rebounded down to Kelsey Martini. Gobblers unable to close out. Right side, Martini, another three attempt. No good. Bayla May gets a rebound. She'll give it up to Jansen across half court. Jansen stops in the left corner, passes back out to Emma Jacobson. To Toronto, the free throw line. Looks to drive, stops in the lane, pass back out. Jansen, another three left wing. No good. Rebounded down to Kelsey Martini. Kelsey will take it herself across the timeline on the left wing, shuffles along that three-point arc, being defensively mounted up by Bayla May before the pass gets out into the right corner for Macy Martini. A three on the way, no good. Rebounded down to Bretta Westman. Westman with a board, 12-2 with 12:45 to play in the first half. Right corner, three from Jacobson, no good. Rebounded down to Macy Martini. Outlet pass out in front. It's going to be a hustle attempt, but just goes off the fingertips of Reese Leposki, as she was the only Patriot that had a chance for the basket. As we'll see movement off the bench. See both Martinis and Lauren Schultz come off for the Patriots. Lacrataville checking back in, along with number 21, Caitlin Geschwell. Geschwell's into the game tonight. As we'll see a change for the Gobblers as well. Long pass from Ella Jansen trying to find Bretta Westman.
It's a little too far. Led her out there to the hoop and threw it on a bounce.
Camille Peranto's out of the game for the Gobblers. Brings in Josie Kostick for the first time tonight, the junior. Again, Gobblers bench a little bit shorter tonight as well. Getting a couple girls called up from the JV. Back out, left side. Geschwell going to spot up a three on the left wing. No good. Rebounded down to Cradaville. Her shot up and in for two more. 14-2 the open with 12:05 to play. Patriots. Pressure defense in the backcourt. Jansen trying to find a girl in transition. They will get it to Bretta Westman. It lays one up and in, and the Gobblers sneak right past the defense of the Patriots, trailing 14-4. Right side, three on the way for the Patriots. Good for June Rood. 17-4, Patriots out in front on that Turner Towing scoreboard. Jansen skips a pass at the midcourt line. Trying to get rid of it now is Westman. She gets it over to Emma Jacobson. Down to the right corner along the baseline, and a push against Reese Leposki, it looks like. That'll be her first. Team second of the half with 11:23 to play in this first half. Leposki with her first foul of the night. And again, team second of the half as well. Inbound from Jansen to the right of the basket. Into Emma Jacobson's hands. Right side, three from Jansen. No good. Rebounded down to Ella Cradaville. She'll outlet now to number 23, Lisa Leposki, and lays it up and in for two more. Leposki with the right-handed layup makes it a 19-4 lead on the Turner Towing scoreboard. Tip pass out of the air, stolen away by Leposki. She'll bring it across half court, left wing. Now to Isabel Larson. Larson, cross-court heave into the right corner now for Ella Cradaville. She'll drive baseline, kicks it back up top. Larson at the top of the circle, looking for some movement from a teammate. She'll get it over to now Caitlin Geschwell, back up top now for number 20 in June Rood. Skip pass now at the right elbow. Driving is Leposki. Left-handed spinner is good. In for two more points for Leposki, who's now up to 4 points tonight. 21-4 with 10.5 to play in the first half. High pass, cross court again. Down low, Westman gets a nice touch inside. It just can't quite finish the shot. Hit off the back of the rim after a nice pass inside from Ella Jansen. Driving Larson will be fouled in the process. No basket will go as we get a foul called against the Gobblers. That's going to be against Bretta Westman. That'll be her second. Changes to both sides. Camille Peranto, Eiley Cullum back in. Bayla May and Bretta Westman check out. Seeing Macy Martini, Kelsey Martini back into the game. Macy Martini at the top of the circle now for a three off the inbound is good for Macy Martini. 24-4 the score. Skip pass at midcourt. We get a reach against the Patriots. That will be, I believe, Macy Martini. It will be confirmed. My suspicions. 24-4 on the Turner Towing scoreboard. After the inbound from Jansen, she ends up with it in the right corner being defended by the Patriots. Josie Kosick throws a awkward shot up the backboard, and it lands in the hands of the Patriots. Macy Martini drives, floater in the lane, and it's going to be a charge called against Macy Martini on back-to-back fouls. Long wait for our official to signal the charge.
Waved the basket off.
Yep.
And then gave the charge indication.
Jacobson draws an ear double team. She does throw it away into the hands of Macy Martini, who misses the shot. Fight for the rebound. It's going to be into the hands and a jump ball. Gobblers get the possession arrow.
One thing the Pequot has had trouble with is
finishing.
They've had, I bet you, 6 or so layups that they've not put in the basket.
Including the opening basket, which was literally tipped into the hands of one girl and not even a full possession as a travel called against the Gobblers. 24-4, and missed the initial layup. Gobblers get it back, and well, unfortunately, turned it back on their first possession to open up the game as well. 9:27 to go. 24-4 on the Turner Towing scoreboard. Pequot Lakes leads the Aitkin Gobblers here this evening.
11th turnover for the Gobblers this half.
Kelsey Martini drives a pass inside, but she's going to be called for a travel.
7th turnover for the Patriots this half.
Turnovers and not finishing shots. Patriots here at the midway point of the first half. Jansen will check off the floor here for the first time in the ball game. As Camille Peranto gets it across half court at the free throw line. Shot going to be thrown up, and a charge called the other way as Peranto will be whistled for her first this evening. Score remains at 24-4 on the Turner Towing scoreboard.
Sixth foul for the Gobblers this half.
Come back the other way now. Number 3, Isabel Larson at the top of the circle. Macy Martini. Kelsey Martini going to fire up a three-pointer. No good. Rebounded down to Larson. Skip pass inside and a double team. A foul called against the Gobblers as Lauren Schultz looking to finish the shot once again, but she'll head her way to the free throw line, it looks like. Or yes, it'll be a 1-and-1. Camille Peranto will be called for her second straight foul as well. 1-and-1 for Lauren Schultz. Schultz front end of the 1-and-1 is good. 25-4.
Fourth free throw attempt for Lauren. She's 4 for 4. She's the only one from either team to attempt a free throw tonight.
Get Ella Jansen back in for the Gobblers. Checks in for Camille Peranto with a pair of fouls for her. Second free throw's on the way and no good. Last touch by Greta Westman for the Gobblers. That means it'll go right back to the Patriots.
Britta went up for that ball, and I thought a hand came in from the backside to knock it out of her hands, but the ref didn't see it that way.
Macy Martini's initial pass. Three-pointer out of the right corner for Martini. High up off the backboard. Rebounded and leaves it short once again. Larson just throws one left side. Kelsey Martini. Cross-court heave into the right corner for Isabel Larson once again. To Macy Martini. She'll swing it around left side for Kelsey this time. Looks to drive. No, she'll step inside the arc. Now steps back out, resetting the option of the offense. Larson at the top of the key. Stops at the free throw line, loses the handle, gets it back to Kelsey. Lays one up and in, no good. High off the backboard, lands in the hands of Eiley Cullum to Emma Jacobson in the front court. And throws it right away into the hands of Macy Martini. Macy will take it up left side. Kelsey in the right corner. Inside pass now. Turnaround right-handed shot short of the mark from Lauren Schultz. Gobblers get the basketball right back with Ella Jansen at the midcourt line. Now gets it to the front court. Does Eiley Cullum. Pass almost went backwards and a reach and a travel going to be called against Eiley Cullum. As it'll go right back to the Patriots. 7:53 to go in the first half. 25-4. Wholesale changes for the Patriots here in this first half.
Looked like a loose ball. I didn't see the travel there, Paul, but
I didn't write either. Right in front of the official who made the call as well, but apparently they saw the travel. Jen Rude with the handle of the ball from the left elbow. Left side now to number 3 and Isabel Larson on the wing. Back to Rude at the left elbow again. Underhand pass now to Caitlin Geschwell. Geschwell from the top of the circle skips it over to Kelsey Martini. Back to Geschwell once again, runner inside. Actually, that was Leposki in the pass. High errant pass, going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Patriots. Almost taking out Dave Sedlowski in the process, but
he was ready.
He was ready. I saw him swatting it. Still got those hands down there for Dave Sedlowski. There's our obligatory one-time shout-out for Dave Sedlowski per game. Of course, he always throws the shout-out at halftime while we're trying to give the report that, of course, you can check out Gobbler home events on the Gobbler and also yourliveevent.com. Jumper from the left side, rebounded down from the shot initially. Bayla May out of the right corner. Thought the pass was going to go to somebody else, but she was going to be the one to get the pass. And ball last touch by Ella Jansen heading into the floor, and Gobblers give it right back to the Patriots. 7:09 to play in this first half. 25-4 the score on that Turner Towing scoreboard. Right side. Back to the left now for Kelsey Martini. High heaving pass to Isabel Larson. Steps inside the arc. Now gets it to June Rude along the baseline. Trying to get rid of it outside of the paint before the 3-second call. Now gets it. Reese Leposki is heading her way to the line after a foul called against Ella Jansen they're going to call.
Reese was waiting for that pass inside the lane for about 6 seconds.
6:49 to play. Leposki at the line, 25-4, make it 26-4. As the 8th team foul of the half for the Gobblers. And second free throw is good, 27-4. And of the 8 fouls, all four players with 2 fouls in this first half for the Gobblers. And all of them being starters here this evening for Aitkin. As Jansen at the top of the circle. Surveys her options left to right, goes to the left with Eiley Cullum. Working against the screen, Cullum looks for a pass in the right corner. Gets it to Josie Kostick down low, throws a runner outside the lane, no good. Rebounded down to the hands of Jansen. It's blocked halfway up, Patriots come the other way. Skip down low, Larson easy, up off the basket and in. 29-4. Across half court. Now the Gobblers to Jansen. Westman will drive as she's going to be called for a foul, as a foul called on the floor, I should say. I believe might be
Rude, I think, is called for that one.
Rude will be called for that foul. Her first, team's 5th, as more changes back in. As I believe Macy Martini back in, Caitlin Geschwell, and also Ella Cradaville. Inbound pass, stolen right in front of Bretta Westman as Jansen was looking for Westman. Out in transition comes Geschwell. Skips a pass to the right-handed shooting Reese Leposki in for a layup of 2. And that will make it a 31-4 lead with under 6 to go. Pressure defense in the front court. Gobblers will turn it over on a travel, I should say. 5:46 to play in this first half.
16th turnover for the Gobblers.
Jansen will step out here for the Gobblers. Emma Jacobson back in. 5:46 to go on the Turner Towing scoreboard here in this first half. Gobblers trailing Pequot Lakes Patriots. A score of 31-4. Down low, Cradaville up and in for 2 more. 33-4 now the score. 4 points for Cradaville. Very diverse lineup of scoring here tonight. Loose ball right below our feet. Jump ball in the tie-up possession arrow says Pequot Lakes. Very evenly distributed point spread here tonight. I know the Patriots have guaranteed 3 scores in double digits, but there are a couple of girls that have, 9.7, 9.5 points per game here this season. So it's not too often you may see 4 or 5 players in double digits in scoring for them as the seasons come along. Down low. Fight for the loose ball. Lauren Schultz and Eiley Cullum collide, but the Gobblers come out with the basketball. It's stolen right back the other way. Reese Leposki steps on the sideline, and we'll give it right back to Aitkin.
A little turnover flurry there. 10 turnovers for the Patriots, 17 for the Gobblers.
5:06 to go in the first half. Jacobson inbounds to Cullum right at midcourt. Patriots pressuring her the entire way at the basketball. Now gets it to Bayla May into the left corner, just tipped up off the hands. Bayla May looking for Josie Kostick in the left corner, but it turns it over. As the Patriots will have the basketball with under 5 to go, 33-4. the score. The Patriots handling the lead so far. Therese Leposki, right corner for Cradaville. Serves at one corner to the other side. 3-pointers on the way. No good from Geschwell. Macy Martini straight on. No good on the three. And rebounded down to Emma Jacobson. Jacobson across half court, to Eiley Cullum as that pass is stolen away by Martini to Geschwell. Skip pass down low for Leposki. 2 more for her. 35-4, and now Leposki is the first one tonight in double digits. And, well, Leposki has scored all 10 off the bench. Aaron pass. Cradaville will come up with a loose ball. She'll take it herself. Easy layup for her. Finishes it. 37-4 now for the Patriots. At the top of this midcourt line now as it's ripped out of the hands of Bretta Westman. Josie Costa gets it right back to Bretta Westman with a left-handed turnaround shot. No good. Rebounded down to Macy Martini. Stretch pass to Cradaville. 2 steps. Layup. Good. 39-4 and a timeout taken by Coach Kaya Davies. A Ganley's Restaurant timeout. Take it with them as well. 39-4 our score here on KKIN AM The Gobbler, yourliveevent.com.
I'm dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
$39-4 our score. The Turner Towing scoreboard with a Ganley's Restaurant timeout. As Ganley's Restaurant opens 6 days a week for breakfast and lunch at the Nisswa Square. 39-4 our score. Pequot Lakes ranked number 8 in the Class 2A polls against the Aitkin Gobblers. Paul Vold joined alongside Jeremy Jansen with just a handful of minutes remaining in this first half. You know, if you throw in the fact, Jeremy, both teams are turning over the basketball, it's just the fact that Pequot Lakes is taking care of those turnovers more than Aitkin has in this first half.
Yeah, a lot of transition buckets, easy buckets. Gobblers with 20 turnovers this half, and Patriots with 10. You know, the big difference on the boards, 18 rebounds for the Patriots to the Gobblers 7. So there's a reason they're ranked 8th in the state.
Using the size of their advantage as well with already shortened bench for the Aitkin Gobblers as they trail 39-4. Emma Jacobson running along the baseline to Eiley Cullum for the left elbow. Back up top to Bayla May. Now left side, skip pass to Bretta Westman. Shot no good from Westman, rebounded down to June Rude as an outlet pass high and off the hands of Ella Cradaville and go right back to the Aitkin Gobblers.
Nice move by Britta down there, spin to her left. I just didn't get it to go, but nice post move by Britta.
3:15 to go here in the first half. Gobblers will turn it over on a travel from Emma Jacobson right at the midcourt line. Coach Kaya Davies using one of her timeouts in this first half. 3:10 to go. Patriots at the top of the circle now, left side for number 22, that being Lauren Schultz. Pass back up to the right side now, skipping Isabel Larson. Left side for Kelsey Martini, looks for somewhere to go with it, back up top. Now working right side, Isabel Larson. Larson on the wing, up top, feed pass inside. Lauren Schultz in the paint. Pass back out to Larson, out on the wing now, poked out of her hands, but Larson recovers inside the free throw circle. Ella Cradaville drawing along the baseline, and we get a charge called against the Patriots and Ella Cradaville. 6th foul of the half for the Patriots.
Her first of the evening.
Cradaville called for the charge with a 39-4 lead at the halftime break. So at least here with 2.5 to go until the halftime break, I should say. Low pass to Eiley Cullum. Ball loose on the floor. A couple of Gobblers and one Patriot fighting for it as Cullum will travel with it and turn it over. Patriots get the ball back with 2:26 to go. Patriots not afraid here, especially in recent years, of course, with the amount of success that they've had in working as many players, already seeing as many as 8 different players out on the court here tonight for the Patriots, especially with the amount of depth that they have. Seeing even freshmen come in with like June Rood and sophomores that are back after, of course, a good season. They shot initially thrown up by the Patriots is denied and rebounded down to Josie Kostick. Emma Jacobson inside, and a foul called against Bretta Westman, Bretta Westman was fouled upon, I should say. And that will be the 6th foul of the half, the 7th now, as heading the line will be Bretta Westman for a 1-and-1. Foul called against Cradaville for the Patriots. At the line to shoot free throws, or at least the front end of a free throw, is Bretta Westman. It's good. 39-5 the score.
First free throw attempts of the evening for the Gobblers.
Bretta Westman, last girls broadcast we had in YourLiveEvent.com or Enbridge, I Bring the Energy player of the game. Got to get Bretta her shirt. Unfortunately, if she's not wearing a uniform, I don't know what she looks like, unfortunately. It's kind of awkward to do that, too. But initial missed shot, basket will not go the second time around, but it'll be Lauren Schultz heading the line to shoot 2 guaranteed free throws. 39-5 the score, with foul called against Bayla May. Be her first.
6th and 7th attempts for Lauren Schultz tonight.
At the line to shoot a guaranteed 2, misses the front end of the free throw, does Schultz, and now seeing 3 more Patriots check in. AC Martini, Reese Leposki, Caitlin Geschwell check back in for the Patriots. 1:46 to go in the first half. Second free throw is good, 40-5. They lead here in just a little over 100 seconds to go in the first half. Patriots commanding on the Turner Towing scoreboard. Ella Jansen at the top of the circle, pass back to Emma Jacobson. Back to the right wing for Jansen. Draws her way into the near corner. Now we'll go to Jacobson again, handing it off to Bayla May. In the passing lane and poking it out of bounds was Kelsey Martini. 1:27 to go in the first half. Final score for one of our broadcasts already. We'll get that here going into the halftime break. 40-5 the score. Loose ball on the floor. Gobblers come out with Bretta Westman at the top of the key now for Emma Jacobson. 1:13 clock running downward. A running shot. No good. Short of the mark from that being Emma Jacobson. Turned over by the Gobblers. 40-5 remains the score with 1:09 to play.
I don't believe Emma just shot that out of bounds. I think there was a partial block on the way in, but
definitely some contact as well. Shot a little weak off the hand from Jacobson, but Gobblers will give it right back, unfortunately, as opportunity inside, and jump ball will give it to the Gobblers.
Nice job by Bayla May. Great defense there.
Bayla May, the sophomore at 5'6", going up against Macy Martini, the 5'10" senior, all-around athlete for the Patriots. Under a minute to go. Gobblers trailing 40-5. Into the right corner, near that right corner for Ella Jansen. Tip pass out of the air, as this one definitely going to stay with Aitkin, as it was last touched by Lauren Schultz for the Patriots. Macy Martini will check out, bringing back in Isabel Larson. 43.9 seconds remain until that halftime break on the Turner Towing scoreboard. Jansen to inbound. Gets it right up top now for Jacobson. Inside the three-point arc, back out to Jansen with 39 seconds to run. Jacobson out on the right wing. Back up top now for Jansen left side. To Bayla May on the wing now up top, and it's going to be almost taken away by the Patriots, but they handle on the basketball to the Gobblers. Bayla May surveys a pass to the right side for Jacobson. Trying to find her way to the near corner and look for something in the paint, but nowhere to go as Bayla May with the basketball. Left side, Jansen steps at the line now, will back out. Left alone, Jansen for a right-handed three. Good for the Gobblers. Jansen knocks down her first 3 of the night. 40-8 the score with 5 seconds to go. Running shot inside for Larson will not go, but 2 free throws coming up for Isabel Larson for the Pequot Lakes Patriots. Kostick will be called for her first. First non-starter for Aitkin tonight, to foul called against them. Free throw up and good, 41-8. 2.4 seconds remain, second free throw. correction on the previous statement. Bayla May, the other non-starter for the Gobblers, that has a foul. 42-8, inbounded Jansen. 1 second to go. It's going to huck one up and short of the mark, but good distance on the shot. 42-8, the halftime score. I'll take a break here on the broadcast here tonight. Halftime show coming up. Look at the numbers from this first half. Take a look at that out-of-town scoreboard as the Turning scoreboard reads 42-8. Pequot Lakes on top of the Aitkin Gobblers here on KKIN AM The Gobbler and also yourliveevent.com.
My name is Jared. Born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide, where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
I'm dreaming of a world where everyone has the opportunity for education, where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
Here it
42-8 is our halftime score on KKIN AM 930 FM 103.1 The Gobbler, and that Turner Towing scoreboard. The Pequot Lakes Patriots girls ranked number 8 in the Class 2A polls over the Aitkin Gobblers here at the halftime break. Paul Volt, Jeremy Jansen from the opening tip. Turnovers plenty to each side, but it's Pequot Lakes, Jeremy, that they're taking advantage of those turnovers and winning the rebounding battle pretty handedly after one half of basketball.
Again, a team like this that can really get up and down the court, that's one thing you want to stay away from is turning over the ball in the backcourt or in the top of the key and them going the other way. And we've done too much of that to start this game. 23 turnovers in the first half for the Gobblers, and a lot of those turnovers resulting in transition, easy buckets for the Patriots, who do a nice job. They get up and down the floor, a good group of girls there, and multiple scores. They have 7 different scores on the score sheet in the first half with 22 rebounds as a team, 11 turnovers for the Patriots. Gobblers with 8 rebounds and again 23 turnovers in the first half.
Gobblers playing as shorthanded as one can be right now with, of course, significant minutes in that first half for the likes of Bayla May. Josie Kosick seeing plenty of action in that first half, too. And, trying to get as much possible, but also doing, to keep the health in mind of the girls, of course, Ella Jansen, Eiley Cullum as well, being the 2 seniors on the team. Without the services tonight of Tegan Piesick for the Aitkin Gobblers as well. But, it's a tough situation. Of course, the turnovers being one thing, but Pequot Lakes is just a towering team, and they're very active on the defensive end of the floor.
And they've got a deep bench. They can run. They start 5, but there's 10 girls that over there that they could probably start any one of them, and they just keep running them out, getting them breaks and keeping them fresh up and down the floor. And Gobblers are the short bench tonight. They don't have that opportunity to get in and out and get a break, and so that's the tough part. You get winded up and down that floor, and again, Patriots take advantage of it. Great transition team, and 12-1 record, reason they're ranked 8th in the state.
Our out-of-town scoreboard update here. One final score already in the books. Pine River Bacchus girls win over Lake of the Woods 61-28. That halftime score was 31-22, so a 30-6 second half run there for the Pine River Bacchus Tigers. But the boys game coming up will feature Pine River Bacchus boys against Nevis. That'll be coming your way here momentarily. Again, that's on Talk 100 KLKS. No halftime score as of quite yet with Pillager and Henning boys basketball and Cash 95.9. Get another break here on the halftime show. Another Ganley's Restaurant timeouts. The Turner Towing scoreboard is 42-8. Pequot Lakes over the Aitkin Gobblers here tonight on KKIN AM The Gobbler and also at yourliveevent.com.
So we get to enjoy nature every day. At Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative, we understand because we live, work, and play here too. However, just because you're not in the big city doesn't mean you can't have access to great internet service. Let MLEC Fiber give you the fast and reliable internet you deserve. Check to see if MLEC Fiber is available where you live. Visit us online or call our office at 218-429-0433.
We are ISD 1.
We are ISD 1.
We are ISD 1.
We are ISD 1.
Mr. May's ornithology class.
My last 6 years on the Aitkin All-Stars.
Going to Rumble on the Red wrestling tournament.
I was going to the state tournament last year for wrestling.
Making one of those last-minute shots against Crosby.
Going to state my 10th grade year for wrestling.
The Virginia tournament during basketball.
My chemistry class last year.
I would say the Virginia tournament.
Going to state my freshman year for dance. Being able to participate in multiple sports teams.
We always practice good sportsmanship and respect. Go Gobblers. Go All-Stars.
I'm dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
If you're
Welcome back here tonight on Talk KKIN AM 930 FM 103.1 The Gobbler. And for those tuning in with a video stream at yourliveevent.com, halftime score on the Turner Towing scoreboard of 42-8 with the Pequot Lakes Patriots on top of the Aitkin Gobblers here this evening. Of course, I've been trying not to say Talk 100 KLKS because I've got the sponsors for those broadcasts. Pequot Lakes, very strong turnout as they usually do when it comes to sponsorships, and we've got to make sure we give our due diligence to all our wonderful and great sponsors tonight. And again, if you heard or seen some of our sponsors, be sure to thank them with your patronage and always shop local. Second half coming up here, Jeremy. Obviously, it's well in the hands of the Pequot Lakes Patriots with most of their team, seeing action on the floor as well. Like it said, 7 different scores. But for the Aitkin Gobblers here, it's just more of a time to clean up a few things and just it's a learning situation as well.
What you're trying to do in a game like this is have little victories, whether it's something, hey, you come out in the second half, you've turned the ball over 23 times. Maybe you have a victory of, hey, we're trying to have less than 10 turnovers in the second half.
Yeah.
Or we're going to try to out-rebound or whatever that might be. So you have little victories within the game, and that's what you can build on moving forward. So leading the way for the Patriots, Reese Leposki with 10, and then Ella Credaville with 8. Girls, as Coach Lempola said at the beginning of the game, we want to rebound the ball well. Isabel Larson with 5, Macy Martini with 5, and Ella Cradaville with 4 of their 22 rebounds. Leading the way for the Gobblers, Ella Jansen with 5, and a couple rebounds spread out amongst multiple players there for the Gobblers.
Second half coming up here after a quick timeout as the Aitkin Gobblers, they do trail against the Pequot Lakes Patriots, ranked number 8 in the Class 2A poll. 42-8 on the Turner Towing scoreboard. We'll take one more Ganley's Restaurant halftime timeout. Second half action coming up here on KKIN AM The Gobbler and also at yourliveevent.com.
You want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
It's been more than just a family tradition since 1938.
Second half just underway here. Just about to get started here on KKIN AM 930 FM translator 103.1 The Gobbler, as the Pequot Lakes Patriots will start off with the basketball on the Turner Towing scoreboard, as the Patriots will send out, of course, the offense with Kelsey Martini handling the basketball underhand to the likes of Macy Martini at the top of the circle now for Isabel Larson. Right corner, three on the way from Macy Martini is good. That's another Pizza Ranch three-pointer. Buffet your way at Pizza Ranch every time it does happen. That's a Pizza Ranch three-pointer. Ella Jansen with the handle of the basketball in the left corner now for Emma Jacobson. Jacobson going to throw up a runner just off the left side of the lane, and it will go out of bounds. Or a foul called, foul called on the floor, as it will be Gobbler basketball to stay with. Ella Jansen will inbound to the left of the basket.
Got Lauren Schultz for that, her first of the evening.
Schultz whistled for her first, team's first of the half as well. Loose ball on the floor, and it's going to be picked up by Kelsey Martini, given up to the other side now for Lauren Schultz. Right side to Macy Martini. At the top of the key now for Isabel Larson. Larson, pass into the paint now for Ella Cradaville. Pushes it out. It's stolen away by Emma Jacobson. Jacobson with a little bit of room, and she'll throw up a running shot up and in for two. And Jacobson will get the first points of the half for the Gobblers, trailing 45-10 on that Turner Towing scoreboard. Isabel Larson skip pass to Cradaville down low for Schultz. Gets it back out, running in the lane, floating shot will not count, as it's going to be a charge called against Kelsey Martini. It'll be her first of the evening.
Second drawn charge by Britta Westman tonight.
16:43 to play in this second half of basketball, 45-10. The Gobblers trailing Pequot Lakes. Pequot Lakes 12-1 on the season, as a near stolen pass once again. Trapped into the near corner, thrown out of bounds by Eiley Cullum. Patriots, perfect 5-0 on the road this season. Next game will be Tuesday at home against Ricori. Aitkin's going to get a little bit of a break after this one. Their next contest, I have them down for Thursday at Staples.
I think you're correct.
Right wing, three-pointer on the way, off the back of the iron, no good. Rebounded, put back is up and in for Isabel Larson for two more. Patriots will get, Gobblers will get that much needed, a little bit of a break in their schedule, but we'll have Gobbler boys basketball coming up on Tuesdays. They'll host Detroit Lakes. Into the right corner now. Pass, turnaround shot on the way from Westman is good. 47-12 with 15:52 to go in regulation on the Turner Towing scoreboard. Kelsey Martini inside pass. Cradaville up and in for two more for her. Easy touch and go off the backboard. Both teams trading points here to open up. Now Cradaville up to 10 points in tonight's ball game, as it'll be thrown out of bounds, or swatted out of bounds by Lauren Schultz. Gobblers will get the basketball. Jansen to Cullum. Now at the top of the circle for Emma Jacobson. Jacobson skips it over to Cullum once again. Up top, left alone. Jacobson for a three. Good. Jacobson knocks down a three-pointer for the Gobblers, 49-15. Looking left side for Kelsey Martini. Macy Martini on the right wing. Try to go across court heave again, but hangs on to it before handing it off to Isabel Larson at the top of the circle. Larson, two. Kelsey Martini. Now to Macy in the left corner for a three-pointer. Good. That's another Pizza Ranch three-pointer.
Her fourth tray of the night.
52-15. We'll see a wholesale change coming up here for the Patriots. Fresh line change, as the starting crew for the Patriots will most likely get a much longer reprieve. Only one player hasn't seen action off the bench so far. That's number 2 out there. Probably won't be too much longer for Morgan Dottie off the bench for the Patriots, up by, 52-15. Gobblers with the basketball, 14.5 to go. Right corner, three from Jansen off the side of the rim. Long rebound back to Jansen, ripped out of her hands, but it's going to be to Caitlin Geschwell in the front court now. Gets it up to number 14, Alexa Pedig. Pedig, the freshman, getting action as well in the paint. Turnaround jumper from Genevieve Birkland is no good. Rebounded down to Jansen. Jansen, left side, into the corner for Paranto. Cullum out of the right wing, left side. Jansen for a three off the left wing, off the back of the rim, bounces around a couple times, no good. Rebounded down to Birkeland. Number 13 for the Patriots. Geschwell to June Rude. To Pedig at the free throw line, stripped out of her hands, and Jacobson comes out with a loose ball. Takes it herself across half court, does. Emma Jacobson to Ella Jansen as they switch. Right side, almost out of bounds with it, but Eiley Cullum recovers and gets it back to Ella.
Kind of a little globetrotter move that Eiley had there.
Momentum going one direction, the ball going the other, but hangs on to it somehow down along the baseline. It's turned over by Aitkin. As Camille Paranto was near the all fours on the floor. Pass was given to her with 13:20 to go. 52-15 the score. Geschwell to Rude. On the right side, now back up top to Geschwell. Gives it left side to Reese Leposki. In the paint, Pedig. Back out. Three on the way is no good. Rebounded down to Britta Westman. Three shot by June Rude as it'll go back to the Gobblers. Jansen for the right elbow. Skips a pass to Cullum. Back to Jansen, right wing. No good. Rebound to Westman. Loose ball to Paranto. Strong drive. Shot no good. Rebounded down to the Patriots in June Rude. Trying to get a foul in transition, Rude, but will take it herself. Left side, toes on the line. Three is up, three is short. Back to the Patriots. Up and in basket for number 13. Birkeland is good, 54-15. 12.5 to go. Patriots leading on the Turner Towing scoreboard. 54 to 15 now. Right side pass now for the Gobblers. Emma Jacobson looking for a pass down low. Being out-muscled was Britta Westman in the paint. Cullum gets a screen from Paranto. Three from Eiley is no good. Ball loose out into the corner and back to the Patriots. It'll be running out to Caitlin Geschwell. Geschwell to the front court now for number 20 in June Rude. At the line, driving in, skip down low. I believe Pedig will get the runner and lays it in and good after a nice pass down low for Genevieve Birkeland. 56-15. Driving and a travel called against Jacobson. And we'll get a substitution in for the Gobblers. Looks like it will be Josie Kostick. As we'll see 5 in for the Patriots. Only difference, Morgan Dottie into the game, the sophomore, 5'4". We'll see Larson and also Schultz. Macy Martini and Ella Credeville back into the game for the Patriots. Right side to Macy Martini once again, 56-15. Dottie at the top of the key, right side now for the likes of Credeville at the free throw line. Kicks it back out now to Macy Martini. Martini, right wing down in near the corner for Credeville. Cross court heave to Dottie, loose ball handling, still comes out with it. Credeville straight on, down low to Larson, steps around the defender, up and in for two more. 58-15, 11 minutes to go in regulation. Right side for Bayla May. Checked in during the most recent stoppage to Josie Kostick outside the perimeter of the paint of the post area as it's going to be stripped away again. Another steal by the Patriots. Inside to Cradaville. Gets the push she needs to go up strong for two more. 60-15 the score. 10.5 to play here in this contest tonight in this Mid-State Conference matchup. Three-pointer from Ella Jansen is good. Now surpassing their point total from the first half. 10 points scored in the second half. Three-pointer from Larson off the front of the rim, no good. Long rebound, and it's picked up by Britta Westman.
Britta's 5th rebound this evening.
60-18. Eiley Cullum, her pass, looking for Westman. Well, Josie Kostick, 3-on-1 the other way for Pequot Lakes. It's good for two more. 62-18 with 10 minutes to go. 5 more will be coming in for the Patriots. Just rotating in and out here for the Patriots. Jumper from Josie Kosick, no good. Put back on the rebound from Westman. Put back for Bayla May is no good. And we'll get free throws coming up for Bayla May. 62-18.
Gobblers doing a little better job in the second half for rebounding.
Foul called against Lauren Schultz. That'll be her first. Bayla May at the line to shoot a pair. First free throw from her off the front of the rim, no good.
I have Lauren down for 2 fouls this evening.
Yes, Lauren Schultz with her second as well. And the names that, for my time here with R&J Broadcast Incorporated, the one that sticks out, Bayla May, spelled B-E-L-A. Oh, you'd think, oh, Bella. No, it's Bayla. I remember. That one kind of sticks out. I think I said Bella once, and I was corrected, and I haven't done it since. Free throw from Bayla May, the second one good for the Gobblers, now trailing 62-19. Stolen away at midcourt to Eiley Cullum as a couple of players hit the deck as Cullum and also, I believe, Reese Leposki both hit the floor. And it's foul called against Leposki. That'll be her second. Team's fourth of the half as well for Pequot Lakes. 4 fouls to none. Pequot Lakes with those 4 fouls. 9:43 to go. Inbound to Eiley Cullum in the left corner for Ella Jansen, who inbounded to Bayla May on the right wing. Looks to drive, gets some movement from her at the post. Shot thrown in the lane for Josie Kostic is good. 62-21. 9:27 to go in this second half of basketball. Patriots kick it right side now for Alexa Piedig. Runner in the lane off the back of the rim, lays it up and in for 2 more. 9:13 counting downward to play here in this second half as it's a 64-21 advantage for the Pequot Lakes Patriots on that Turner Towing scoreboard. Right side to Bayla May. Checks to see if she's still in bounds. She is, but almost throws it away, but tips it out of the air to Eiley Cullum. Cullum out on the left wing, making room for herself. To Jansen, to Bayla May, looking for Camille Peranto. Inside, a left side heave as throwing the pass out of bounds, unfortunately, was Ella Jansen with 8:35 to go. Clock will continue to run here as we've made it past the halfway point of this second half, with it being well over a 30-point lead. 43-point lead. Math skills aren't as strong at 8:15 on a Friday night. Speaking of 8:15, that's how much we've got left in this contest as well. Patriots with the basketball in the left corner now for that being number 21, Caitlin Geschwell. Runner in the lane, shot no good. Charge called against Reese Leposki. That'll be her third.
That's the, for sure, the second charge Reese has had.
Subs back in the other way. Another fresh 5 for the Patriots.
I think Camille felt that one a little bit.
Yeah, that one had a little bit of extra behind it as well. She hit the floor, but Camille back up on the defensive end of the floor, offensive end, I should say, with 7.5 to go. Left side for Bretta Westman. Westman at the left elbow extended, looking for a pass down low. Back out to Emma Jacobson, the left wing. Pass poked out of her hands by Macy Martini, but Jacobson handles. Now to the right wing for Eiley Cullum in the right corner, throws it out of bounds. It was last touched by the Patriots and will stick with the Gobblers. 7:12 to go. Clock continues to roll. As Eiley Cullum will inbound at the far end of the bench for the Gobblers. On the offensive end of the floor to Bayla May at the right elbow. Back out for Jacobson. Dribbles her way near the perimeter. Now gets it back, left wing, up top, now driving in and back out. Bayla May is going to fire up a 3 that was impeded upon halfway up. Macy Martini outlets to Morgan Dottie as she'll be fouled, and she'll head her way to the line. Dottie will head to the line for 2 guaranteed free throws as she was fouled by Bayla May. That'll be her second of the evening. And also the team's first foul of the second half for Aitkin. 6.5 to play. Front end of 2 guaranteed free throws for Dottie is no good. 6:18 to go as Eiley Cullum is out for the Gobblers. Free throw coming up is good as Jacobson will take the inbound. 65-21 on the Turner Towing scoreboard. A turnover by the Gobblers will give it to the Patriots, number 22, Lauren Schultz. To Isabel Larson. Right side for Macy Martini at the free throw line. No sense of urgency to score or just continue to handle the basketball with 5:40 to go. In the lane, right-handed jumper, no good. Rebound fought for, picked up by Rude, and hands it back out as the offense will reset for Lauren Schultz. Loose ball on the floor. Schultz will handle it as she's being defended by Britta Westman. Left corner, three from Rude is on the way, and good. Another Pizza Ranch three-pointer. 68-21 with 5:17 to go. Patriots will move on to 13-1 on the season before they're back in action Tuesday at home at the Pack against Rocori. Right corner, back out to Jansen from Bayla May. Skipped over to Bayla May. Drives inside, or tries to drive a pass inside. It's stolen away by June Rude. Leading out the right wing, Larson will drive, throws up a shot, no good, misses it, and it'll be up and in for two more for Isabel Larson. Gobblers were thinking that maybe that charge would be called. They don't get the call. 70-21, right side to Ella Jansen, to Bayla May in the corner. Defended, Patriots, foul called. Be inbounded to the right of the basket. 6 foul of the half. Dottie with her first foul of the evening. Team 6 of the half, and more subs for the Patriots. 4:15 to go here in regulation. It's a 70-21 advantage on the Turner Towing scoreboard. Pequot Lakes Patriots as we wait here for the inbound coming up. Officials are ready to go, so the players are ready to go. Took off about 15 seconds or so of game time as travel called against the Gobblers. Give it right back to Pequot Lakes with under 4 minutes to play as that clock will continue to roll.
11th turnover to the second half for the Gobblers. They've cut them in half from the first half.
Near stolen pass as Caitlin Geschwell, loose handling, but it stays with the Patriots after his last touch by Camille Peranto. 3:33 to go into the right corner for Geschwell once again. Dribbles her way to the top of the circle, hands it off now to 13, Genevieve Birkeland. Birkeland with the handle, now back up top to Pedig. Pedig looks to drive from the free throw line, dishes it out left side on the wing to Caitlin Geschwell. Geschwell to Kelsey Martini, back to Pedig on the right wing. Down low inside to Birkeland. Birkeland gets the loose handle of the basketball at the free throw line. She'll go left elbow, pass out. Geschwell just inside the arc, shot no good. Rebounded down to Pedig, left-handed shot fouled upon. She'll head her way to the free throw line. Just a second foul of the half for the Gobblers, and it'll yield at free throws for number 14, Alexa Pedig, the freshman. Get some shrapnel on the floor, it seems. 2:42 to play. 2.5 to go. As the foul was called against the Gobblers, number 30, Haley Sherrick. Just a couple more subs checking in. Josie Kostick will check in with Ella Jansen coming out for the Gobblers, most likely for the rest of this contest with 2 minutes to go. Free throw coming up. The second end of the free throw is good. 71-21. Timeout call just to get subs in for the Patriots, it looks like. As the clock continues to go with 2 minutes to go. 71-21 here with the Pequot Lakes Patriots leading the Aitkin Gobblers here this evening. Right side, the Gobblers, Emma Jacobson to Bayla May, back to Jacobson, dribbles her way to the top of the circle now, right side on the wing for Bayla May, inside, just outside the paint now from the right elbow extended for Josie Kostick. Triple team against her, and turnover is stolen away by the Patriots. Number 23, in Reese Leposki. Driving, kicks it back out. June Rude outside the line, and a charge called against the Patriots. June Rude, her second. Meal down there drawing the contact on that one again.
Third one.
Wow.
Third charge. Her and Britta are fighting heavy for those charge calls. And I think they've probably combined for sure 5, if not 6.
Minute to go here in regulation. Gobblers will fall here tonight. They'll go to 6-11 on the season, unfortunately, and suffering a home loss for just the third time this season. And after the missed shot, jump ball tie-up, ball will stay with the Patriots under a minute to go. Of course, coming up in the post-game show, get a look at the numbers from this contest. We'll probably have interviews with both head coaches tonight, Coach Lempela, and also for the Gobblers in Kaya Davies is the three-pointer from Shark, no good. Ball into the hands of June Ruud with 34 seconds going, counting down where it is. Pedig thought about shooting the three, left all alone. Birkland, after a pass from Pedig, back to Birkland down in the right corner. Drives inside, right-handed jumper, no good. Rebounded down to Sherrick. 19 seconds to go to the front court for Haley. Hangs on to it, stolen away by Morgan Dottie, and we get a foul call on the floor against the against the Gobblers. That will go against the Gobblers. That'll be number 15, Emma Jacobson, and now makes it every single Gobbler starter with a foul, and that will do it. Pequot Lakes wins 71-21 here tonight on the Gobbler as well as YourLiveEvent.com. Take a break. Post-game show comes up, and we'll talk a whole lot more as Pequot Lakes defeats Aitkin tonight here on the Gobbler, KKIN AM, and also on YourLiveEvent.com.
It's been more than just a family tradition since 1938. Purchasing a new Ford car, truck, or pre-owned vehicle from Aitkin Motors. Family owned and operated. Aitkin Motors offers you a stress-free car shopping experience. Need an oil change? New tires? Check out the low-price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors has a full service department with factory-trained Ford technicians. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Dustin Richters.
Favorite teacher is Mr. Miller.
Mr. Googe is my favorite teacher.
Definitely Miss Grader. Definitely Miss Grader in class biology.
Mr. May.
Right now is psychology.
Mr. Smith's my favorite teacher.
Mr. May's science class.
Any art class.
Mr. May in my ornithology class.
We always practice good sportsmanship and respect. Go Gobblers. Go All-Stars.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
Here in beautiful central Minnesota, we get to enjoy nature every day. At Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative, we understand because we live, work, and play here too. However, just because you're not in the big city doesn't mean you can't have access to great internet service. Let MLEC Fiber give you the fast and reliable internet you deserve. Check to see if MLEC Fiber is available where you live. Visit us online or call our office at 218-429-0433.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
Welcome back to Aitkin High School tonight here on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM translator 103.1. Final score tonight, 71-21. Pequot Lakes Patriots take down the Aitkin Gobblers here tonight. We're going to get right to it here with our post-game show. Pequot Lakes head basketball coach for the girls, Brian Lempela, joins us here on the post-game show. Coach, tonight we talked about in the pregame show your team needing to, obviously big focus rebounding, and your team I would certainly say did a fair amount of good rebounding tonight and create a lot of second chance opportunities for your team. How do you think of your team's overall performance tonight?
Yeah, I think, the girls competed well. Back-to-backs are always a little tricky. And I thought the girls made a nice run kind of towards the end of the first half and kind of started moving the basketball a little better and finding some better shots. So, but overall, I thought the girls did a nice job tonight.
Especially on the defensive end of the floor, Coach, we saw your team obviously trying to trap Aitkin in the half court, and obviously try to get a lot of those turnovers right at the midcourt line, and led to a good amount of layups. Although there were a couple of times early on, maybe some beginning of the game and missing a few of those layups early on, but as the game kind of went along, those started to get corrected too.
Yeah, we weren't very good bunny hunters to start the game for sure, but that's just something that we got to shore up, and we got to make those and kind of try to put things in our favor a little earlier.
Coach, another thing as well with your team, obviously a very diverse, very deep lineup, fair amount of equal scoring, equal rebounding as well, and that's been something that especially we noticed tonight too, and especially at the late moments of the first half, you start subbing in 3-4 players. Obviously, you're not afraid to work in a lot of these players, seeing like June Root, a freshman, getting some good minutes. I mean, with obviously Kelsey and Isabel Larson too, sophomores coming back with this team and getting a lot of minutes for your team too. The amount of depth that you have with your team has been a great benefit, obviously, as the seasons come along, to get a lot of that experience in too.
Yeah, you just never know when someone's going to come down and roll an ankle, those types of things.
Right.
And we trust our bench, and we've got tremendous trust. Those kids have put in, countless hours in the summer, I thought our bench gave us a nice lift tonight.
Coach,
go ahead.
Coach, you talk about that deep bench. Do you like to get out in transition? Is that your hope? Being able to keep girls fresh on the bench and then and be able to sub and run up and down the court. Is that, or do you prefer to play in a half court set and run that offense?
Yeah, we want to play functionally fast. We call it, as fast as we can possibly function without turning it over a ton. And we turned it over a fair amount, I think, early tonight, and we're playing just like I said, kind of mentally tough on a back-to-back that we got to shore up as well. But yeah, we want to get out and run and get fresh bodies on the floor, and kids know when they come to the bench that they're not going to be there long. So get a quick blow and go out and play your tail off again.
Coach, you got, obviously coming into a Friday night back-to-back. Now you're going to get at least Monday for sure off, and then you got Rocori coming up on Tuesday. Another good matchup that will be for your team, too. Take away from this contest onto the next one as well.
Yeah, just continuing to work hard, to be disciplined. We weren't as disciplined at times in our zone as we needed to be tonight with our coverages, but overall I thought the girls did a nice job.
Yeah, Coach, thanks again for coming on the postgame show. Best of luck the rest of the way.
All right, thanks, Paul.
Head coach for the Pequot Lakes Patriots, Brian Lempela, joins us here on the postgame show. We're going to get right to our next interview. Coach Kaya Davies for the Aitkin Gobblers joining us here on the postgame show. Coach, tonight, obviously a bit of, the rough start with your team into tonight's contest, a 71-21 loss as well. The turnovers, and obviously we talked about, or at least mentioned with Coach Lempela, rebounding was going to be something to look into tonight as well. Overall, with this performance tonight, what did you see for your team?
I saw, definitely in the second half, a lot of positives, things that we could have done last night that we didn't, and today we transferred into tonight's game, and after the first half, the girls were like, okay, now I'm ready to play, in which I wish I'd start in the first half, but, we have to take what we have. So huge positives in the second half, lots of good defense. Defense was huge for us tonight. The girls were so excited to tell me in the locker room that they actually talked for once, and I'm like, well, you guys talk every day to me and never stop, but I wish that would transfer on the court a little bit more, but it was huge defense night for us. I wish the score did a little bit differently. Yes. I wish the calls were different, but you got to control the controllables. That's why I remind my team every night. So,
Go ahead.
Paul and I talked, in the start of the second half, Coach, about doing, winning little battles, in the game, when the score was what it was at halftime, and you out-rebounded Pequot in the second half, cut down on the turnovers, and so those little victories within a game you always hope for, and I thought the Gobblers did a nice job tonight.
Yeah, that was huge. I just got a big grin on my face every time I saw them check out of the bounds. I was like, yeah, that's our ball now. Let's go. Like, come on. I wish the girls would feel that power too, but, in the heat of the game, you don't always see the way things I do, so.
Coach, what about obviously in the situation where you don't have Tegan Piesick in the lineup, you bring up a player like Bayla May from the JV into the varsity as well. Getting in some of these younger players' experience, including players standing right behind you. And Britta Westman, she's been a consistent factor throughout the season for your team too. For Bayla to get some minutes tonight for your team, what do you see that as? Being her able to plug her into the lineup for the Gobblers.
With Bayla, I think her defensive end is what drives her. With the JV, you see it a little bit. Varsity, you can see her step up. You can still see she's a little timid on the offensive end and not completely sure what to do with herself, but that just comes in the off-season and lots of training there. That's what these girls are going to have a hard awakening, that the off-season is the time to train and the time to work through these little mistakes. I'm excited to see what Bayla brings, whether it's a minute here, a minute there, but building some confidence through that girl. Hey, I can dribble. Hey, I can face up to the hoop. Stuff like that. Hopefully we can get her shooting on the level of her defense, too, in the future.
Coach, you get a little bit of a breakdown your schedule, thankfully, I'm sure, with a couple of players, nursing and hampering a few injuries, too. You got Thursday at Staples Motley as well with the break in the schedule. I'm sure plenty of things to, I'm sure the big thing is going to be rest and obviously getting up more chances to clean up a few things in practice with the week that lies ahead, too.
Right. I just told the girls this weekend rest. Monday we're going to hit it hard with a bunch of shooting. We have to get our shots up. We are not developing enough shots in a game. And these girls are going to have to learn how to get open without the ball in their hand or how to get open with the ball in their hand and stuff like that. So hopefully, like I said, the girls, our defense needs a chance over into Thursday's game with their communication also. So hopefully that's going to be the turnaround for us.
Coach, as always, we appreciate the time for you to come on the post-game show. We'll chat with you next week.
Thank you.
Head coach for Aitkin Gobblers, Kaya Davies, joins us here on the post-game show. We'll hand off the mic to Britta Westman. I knew something was going to tell me that she was going to come on the post-game show because I owe you a shirt from the last game as well. You are Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, but Britta Westman, finally we get her on the post-game show. But Britta, you being a sophomore here for this Gobbler squad, you get the start tonight. How'd you feel on the floor this evening?
I was so nervous. And last night, I was not expecting to jump. I was like, okay, here we go.
I made mention last night at that game, Britta, that that girl was about 5 inches taller than you.
I know.
And you nearly got that jump ball. It was an inch, and so I was talking to the sparse Gobbler crowd that we had there last night in Detroit Lakes. But yeah, nice game tonight.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel, of course, throughout the season? You're getting some of your very first varsity action and the growth of your play. How do you feel as the seasons come along, especially when you have, teammates like Camille? You've got, obviously, Emma, who's now coming into her second season, the varsity level, too. How do you see has your game grown throughout the season?
I think it helps, getting closer to the actual players, and especially because I just moved here. Mm-hmm. I think it's a lot better. When we first started, I wasn't as close with them, but now, getting to know them, it's we have more of a connection, and, it's just nicer.
Britta, one thing I've noticed is your confidence around the hoop has grown each game, and been able, you're confident going right-handed or left-handed, and had some nice buckets. Even tonight with a, 8th-ranked team in the state, and they're seasoned basketball players, and you had no fear to go post up and go to the hoop, and so it's fun to watch your growth throughout the season. So keep up the good work. 5 points tonight, 6 rebounds, and so a nice game for you.
Thank you.
Britta Westman joining us here on the post-game show for your Aitkin Gobblers. Thanks again for coming on. There's your shirt. We're squared up and everything. Britta Westman joins us here this evening on the post-game show. Gobblers fall tonight against Pequot Lake, 71-21 on the Turner Towing scoreboard. Get another break here. Of course, we got to announce our big deal player of the game, our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game. Much more still coming up as the Gobblers and the Patriots here on KKIN AM The Gobbler and YourLiveEvent.com.
It's been more than just a family tradition since 1938. Purchasing a new Ford car, truck, or pre-owned vehicle from Aitkin Motors. Family owned and operated. Aitkin Motors offers you a stress-free car shopping experience. Need an oil change? New tires? Check out the low-price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors has a full service department with factory-trained Ford technicians. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
We are ISD 1.
We are ISD 1.
We are ISD 1.
We are ISD 1.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Dustin Richters.
Favorite teacher is Mr. Miller.
Mr. Googe is my favorite teacher.
Definitely Miss Grader.
Definitely Miss Grader in class biology.
Mr. May.
Right now is psychology. Mr. Smith's my favorite teacher.
Mr. May's science class.
Any art class.
Mr. May in my ornithology class.
We always practice good sportsmanship and respect. Go Gobblers. Go All-Stars.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
Welcome back here once again on KKIN AM 930 FM 103.1 The Gobbler, and also at yourliveevent.com. Paul Volt, Jeremy Jansen, as the Aitkin Gobblers fall to the Pequot Lakes Patriots tonight by the score of 71-21. As we get a chance here, get an update with our out-of-town scoreboard. A couple of games already underway. Of course, from earlier tonight, boys and girls split basketball doubleheader with the Pine River Bacchus Tigers girls basketball team winning 61-28 on Talk 100 KLKS. Final score over on Cash 95.9. Henning runs away against Pillager boys basketball 82-46. Halftime break for the boys game on Talk 100. Pine River Bacchus is down against Nevis 33-18. As we are here on the post game shows, we go into our big deal player of the game for the Pequot Lakes Patriots. For this matchup with the Aitkin Gobblers and the Pequot Lakes Patriots tonight. Of course, our great sponsors for our big deal player of the game do include Atwater GM and Aitkin, Riverwood Healthcare, Pizza Ranch in Baxter and Little Falls, W.W. Thompson Concrete Products in Brainerd, that being BigDealAuctions.com, Cuyuna Regional Medical Center, Tykes Carpet Castle in Brainerd, Shannon's Auto Body in Brainerd, Takedown Gym in Brainerd tonight. We'll put down Izzy Larson tonight for the Pequot Lakes Patriots as our big deal player of the game. The sophomore, almost a double-double of action, points and rebounds tonight. And that was one thing we talked about, Jeremy, is the rebounding firmly early and often for the Patriots here this evening.
Yeah, Patriots 22 rebounds in the first half, a team total of 29. They just did a nice job. They got a lot of offensive rebounds and putbacks in that first half. Again, we've talked about it. That's the reason they're at where they're at in the seedings. They're a good basketball team, and they feed off each other and did a nice job tonight.
Our big deal player of the game, Izzy Larson for the Pequot Lakes Patriots. Now for our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game this evening. One player that we talked about during the break, Jeremy, that was kind of a big difference maker, kind of shuffling in and out of the lineup with the play of course, the Patriots. They're a team that likes to shuffle girls in and out of the lineup. Ella Cradaville.
Yeah, had a nice game, 12 points, 4 rebounds, deflected a lot of passes, and had a lot of assists, dump downs to other teammates, and had a nice game. I did forget to mention Isabel Larson had 14.7 rebounds for the big deal player of the game.
Patriots improved to 13-1 on the season as they'll be in action Tuesday against Rocori. Now the Patriots a perfect 8-0 out of Section 7 2A, while now improving to 6-0 in the road season as well. Gobblers fall to 6-11 on the year. They'll be in action after a much-needed break in their schedule. They'll be in action Thursday at Staples Motley, falling to 2-5 in the section, while also 4-3 on the season as well at home for the Aitkin Gobblers, as the Gobblers fall tonight again 71-21 against the Pequot Lakes Patriots. Getting a chance here to look at our, of course, we already did our out-of-town scoreboard, but our broadcast schedule coming up here these next few days do include Saturday. We'll have the Saturday Sports Wrap right here on the Gobbler, 10 a.m., as we'll have that with some of our area coaches. Come to you live at 10 o'clock on KKIN, AM 930 FM 103.1 The Gobbler. Minnesota Golden Gopher men's basketball will be in action at Northwestern on Cash 95.9 with a 10 a.m. start. We'll also have Minnesota Wild Hockey, 7:45 pregame on The Gobbler. And, of course, we'll also be broadcasting from 2 until 4 from Ye Old Pickle Factory in Nisswa. That will be for the Brainerd JC's Ice Fishing Extravaganza. So be sure to check out with the Milkster from the Wake the Lakes Morning Show. And we'll have stuff to give away. You could win prizes, even maybe get on the radio as well if you're going to be doing some ice fishing this weekend out on Gull Lake. Check out, of course, stop on over to Ye Old Pickle Factory Nisswa after you get done fishing, and you can talk with the Milkster and see how the day of fishing went for you as well. Sunday, we get your day started bright and early at 10:30 on 3WI AM 1270, 96.3 FM with NFL Preview. Then 11 o'clock will be NFL Insider, and then we'll get you Championship Sunday with the NFC Championship, San Francisco at Philadelphia, 1 p.m. pregame start on 3WI AM, as well as Real Country, 94.3 KKIN FM. And we'll also get you the AFC Championship starting somewhere right after the completion of that first contest, a 5:30 pregame on 3WI AM, as well as KKIN FM. And again, Gobblers fall tonight against Pequot Lakes by the score of 71-21. Patriots now 13-1. Aitkin falls to 6-11. Well, as we wrap things up here for tonight, of course, you can stay up to date, scores, schedules, broadcast times, and more, all by going to rjbroadcasting.com as well. We'll get you going tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. right here on the Gobbler with the Saturday Sports Wrap. You can hear from some of our area coaches, and always check them out at rjbroadcasting.com. Love to give a big thank you to everybody for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Thanks so much for taking the time to sit down with us and check out some girls basketball with the Pequot Lakes Patriots defeating the Aitkin Gobblers here this evening. Whether you're tuning in on the radio, online with the audio stream, or online with the video stream, thanks so much for tuning in as well. A big thank you again to Coach Brian Lempela for Pequot Lakes and for Coach Kaya Davies for the Aitkin Gobblers for joining us in the pregame show and the postgame show as well. Big thank you to Jeremy Jansen for joining us on the mic throughout the season and also for doing, of course, keeping stats for us as well. Big, big help in the grand scheme of everything. And a big thank you, as always, to our sponsors. If you want to see more with our sponsors and maybe wondering how you can listen and watch to our broadcasts as well, be sure to go out to our businesses and shop local and thank them for supporting Aitkin Gobbler, Pequot Lakes, and, of course, our area teams as well. Well, that's going to about do things here for tonight. Pequot Lakes manhandles the Aitkin Gobblers 71-21 here from Aitkin High School. This has been a proud presentation of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated here in the Brainerd Lakes area. Pequot Lakes now 13-1 with a 71-21 win over the Aitkin Gobblers. Until next time, this is Paul Vold signing off from Aitkin High School. You're listening to Area High School Sports on KKIN, AM 930, FM Translator 103.1 The Gobbler, rjbroadcasting.com, and on yourliveevent.com. You have a wonderful rest of your Friday nights and have a great weekend. Stay warm, stay safe, and good night, everybody.